Yes, that was exceptional. And like Brad said, get engaged, spread the word, and help us reach the general public. So the time has come to close the day, and what a day it has been. It's an honor to share the podium with such esteemed speakers, and thank you to those participants who have stayed with us to the end, to all the speakers who brought to you an exceptional program. We started the day with greetings from Senator Ravalia and an inspiring keynote from Dr. Ramanan Lakshminarayan. He outlined key aspects of prevention at the global level to stop the spread of AMR. Safeguarding the precious few antimicrobials we have today is just not enough. In fact, developing new antibiotics alone is not enough. We will only move the needle if we take action to address issues of equity, infrastructure, especially in low to middle income countries, and to focus on development of vaccines and much more. For the remainder of the day, the speakers shared incredible initiatives from Canada and demonstrated that a lot of those required actions are already taking place right now. It's inspiring to know the CanAMR Net will be shaping the minds and perspectives of future Canadian researchers, professionals, clinicians, and of course, antimicrobial resistance enthusiasts. I can't wait to see the outcomes of the work of the great minds who will graduate from this CanAMR network and group of hubs. Next, we heard from Dr. Hammond, Dr. Pillai, and Dr. Brun, who shared with us exciting testing and drug mining innovations who will be game changers in setting a great foundation to fight against AMR. Dr. Hammond reviewed very exciting antimicrobial susceptibility testing platforms and approaches that will allow clinicians to narrow antimicrobial therapy much faster than the platforms we have in use today. Dr. Pillai's work on point of care and near patient diagnostic technology for applications in hospitals, as well as in low resource or resource limited settings, will help address equity gaps and bring testing to settings where we could not until now, or hopefully, very soon. Next, Dr. Brun briefly touched on the potential of his antimicrobial discovery pipeline, which takes advantage of the power of fluorescence microscopy and artificial intelligence approaches. I cannot wait to see the outcomes of the work of his research group. Then, starting after lunch, Dr. Herman Barkema and Benjamin Caddy stole the stage with an exciting summary of the work planned and the goals of the World Health Organization's systematic review, which will inform the future work of researchers, industry experts, and medical practitioners. We look forward to the outcomes of this highly anticipated report in 2025. So now I'll hand the microphone over to Natasha to finish.
Or onto my lapel, I guess, or just transferring lapel mics.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. The rest of the afternoon was fantastically informed by a variety of different perspectives, starting with Abshida Islam's wonderful work looking at vaccination approaches that are both complex but incredibly promising in the fight against AMR pathogens like gonorrhea that represent an overwhelming infectious disease burden across the world. If we could reduce those through vaccination and preventative measures, then the need for prescribing would go down significantly. So I think really highlighting the vaccination is a key pillar in how we need to approach AMR. And then moving on into more of an environmental perspective, I think through this last 2 days, we've been trying to bring together these threads of animal health, human health, prevention, environmental health. So Derek and Caroline gave us a great insight into how environmental monitoring and watching what AMR is doing in the environment, where it's happening, where it's emerging, and not just finding reservoirs, but also being able to get ahead of the establishment of those reservoirs through IPAC measures and patient treatment approaches. And then we moved into our behavioral section of the afternoon that we just wrapped up, right? So hearing a lot about prescribing practices, Kevin giving a lot of insights into how getting some feedback into prescribing, back to prescribers can have a real impact. And Bradley and Larissa talking about how just nudging and understanding the cognition that goes behind some of these practices and how we can sort of interrupt some of that thinking. I know I fell into every single trap that Brad laid. I picked the wrong thing every time. My cognitive biases were on full display. So I can only imagine that in a situation where you have to make quick decisions and you're prescribing in a primary care situation, you have a lot of time constraints and pressures, having time to think, having time to interrupt your modes of thinking, and having those gentle nudges in place are going to make a really big difference. And ending up with a podcast where we can all feel a bit of a call to action, a bit of a nudge ourselves to get involved, be on social media. In this room, I think as Brad was saying, and Rupina pointed out, in this room we're all aligned. We all know that we want change to happen. We all know that we want things to start moving in the right direction. We all can take a little bit of piece of that home, share with family and friends, go out and talk a little bit about antimicrobial resistance, share the AMR Aware tools and materials so that people can start to understand the complexities that we all know to be true in the AMR landscape. So I think we've had a wonderful 2 days. I'm really excited and thankful for all of you that stayed right to the end, but excited for everybody that participated in person and online. So many great conversations, and always great to see everybody aligning with the same purpose and passion.
Thank you, Natasha. So with that, we end our symposium, but before we end, I have a few announcements, and then we will have a formal closing from our leadership. So the first announcement is the winner of our scavenger hunt. So if you've been using our app and partaking, I wanted to announce the winner. Drum roll. Yeah. The winner is Nazil Hassanpour. If you're in the room, please stand up.
She's ready to stand up.
Woohoo!
Neslie evidently went to all the parts of the app and saw everything about the symposium.
Fantastic. Thank you for participating, to all those who did. And congratulations to Nazil. You will receive an email with instructions on how you will receive your prize. Also, all participants of the symposium will receive a certificate of participation by email. And I wanted to let you know that every session of the symposium has been recorded. So for those sessions where the speakers released a allowed us to post the recordings in a public forum, those will be posted on a public website, and you will be informed by email when those are available. So now, I would like to welcome Jessica Blavignac and Frederic Dubé to formally close the symposium.
As we come to the close of the 2024 AMR Symposium, I would like to take a moment to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you for your active participation, your expertise, and your commitment to tackling one of the most urgent global health challenges of our time, antimicrobial resistance. These last 2 days, we have shared invaluable insights, exchanged innovative ideas, and strengthened the network of dedicated professionals working tirelessly to combat AMR. But as we all know, the fight against AMR is not something that can be solved in one day or by one organization alone. It requires collective action, ongoing collaboration, and an unwavering commitment from all sectors: healthcare, policy, research, industry, and beyond.
At Biomérieux, we're incredibly proud to have hosted the event, bringing together some of the brightest minds in Canada and around the world. We firmly believe that collectively action plays a crucial role in addressing AMR by guiding better patient care, informing smarter decisions around antimicrobial use, and ultimately improving antimicrobial stewardship. The symposium has shown us the power of coming together to find solutions that span borders and disciplines. As we move forward from here, let's not lose sight of the momentum we've built today and yesterday. The challenges we face are immense, but they're not insurmountable. Let's take the knowledge we've gained. Let's take the partnership we focused or foreseed, and the passion that we've shared over those last 2 days, and channel that energy into real-world action. I would like also to extend a heartfelt thank you To our incredible partners and sponsors, your support has been instrumental in making this event a possibility. To our strategic collaborators, thank you for your shared commitment to the fight against antimicrobial resistance and for helping us create a platform where ideas and solutions can thrive. We want to acknowledge our Biomérieux team for their hard work in bringing us all together and making this symposium a pivotal moment for our community. A special thanks as well to the agency behind the scene. There's been a few challenges, especially this morning, but they handled it very well. Nobody, I think, perceived any of those challenges, and that's the proof of our level of professionalism. All the audiovisual, the videotaping, the microphone that were miking people on time, etc. Thank you very much for your support. It's a tradition, even though there's a little bit less people in the room, but normally we all gather for a photo group. We've done it for the last 2 years. We'd like to have the group photo again this year. So please don't leave, just join us outside. We want to show the world because we'll retweet it, and I'm wearing blue, so I'll be in the photo, and everybody that has a piece of blue be in the front, so we will let everybody know that we're in the Go Blue campaign. Thanks, and join us for the photo, please.
Safe travels.